Hi, welcome to the channel. We use Romaji only, no kanji, katakana, or hiragana because our goal is to learn to understand and speak Japanese, not to focus on reading or writing. This way, you can start speaking Japanese right away without getting overwhelmed.
女性ゴルファー、これがですね、日本では最近、とても増えていると、そういう状況がございます。ですから我がロケッツでもですね、この市場に近く参入しようじゃねえかという計画がございます。
Alright, let's look at this sentence. 女性ゴルフはこれがですね、日本では最近とても増えていると、そういう状況がございます。ですから、我がロケツでもですね、この市場に近く参入しようじゃねえかという計画がございます。I'm going to break it down for you, piece by piece.
女性ゴルファー
Here, 女性ゴルフ is women's golf. The particle は marks the topic. So this is like saying, as for women's golf, it sets the topic of the sentence.
これがですね、
Now, これ literally points to this, referring to the topic we just introduced. が emphasizes the subject, and ですね softens the sentence, kind of like saying you see in English. So altogether, これがですね introduces what we are talking about. You see this?
日本では最近、とても増えていると。
Alright, let's look at this part. 日本では最近とても増えていると。So, first we have 日本では which means in Japan. The で shows the place where something happens, and は marks it as the topic. So we're basically saying, as for Japan. Then comes 最近 which means recently. So now we've got recently in Japan. Next is とても which means very or a lot, adding emphasis, like saying something is really increasing. 増えている means is increasing. It's a continuous action, so it means it's been growing or going up recently. Finally, と connects this idea as part of a statement, like saying that in English. So when we put it all together, it's describing the trend. Recently in Japan, women's golf has been increasing a lot.
そういう状況がございます。
Now, let's look at the next part. そういう状況がございます。So first, そういう means such or that kind of. It's used when you're referring to something that was just mentioned. In this case, the increase in women's golf. Then we have 状況, which means situation. So together, そういう状況 literally means that kind of situation. Or more naturally, that's the situation. Finally, ございます is the very polite way of saying there is or to exist. It's the formal version of あります, and it makes the sentence sound respectful and businesslike. So if we put it all together, the speaker is politely summarizing that's the situation, or more literally, there is such a situation. It's a formal, polished way of saying that's what's happening right now.
ですから我がロケッツ
ですから、this means therefore or so, connecting the observation to what the company is planning.
我がロケッツでもですね、
Now, the next part is 我がロケツでもですね. So first, 我が means our. It's a formal and elegant way of saying it. You'll often hear it in speeches or company presentations. It sounds a little grand, kind of like saying our esteemed in English. Then we have ロケツ, that's the company's name, written in katakana, which is how Japanese writes foreign or brand names. Next, でも here means even we or also. It's showing that the company is now including itself in the situation just mentioned. Like even we at our company are affected by this trend. And finally, ですね is that soft conversational phrase again. It adds a friendly or thoughtful tone, kind of like saying you see or you know. So when you put it all together, the phrase sounds like even we, our company rockets, you see? It's the speaker's way of smoothly moving from talking about the general situation to introducing what their company is planning to do next.
この市場に近く参入しようじゃねえかという計画がございます。
Now, the last part is この市場に近く参入しようじゃねえかという計画がございます。Let's break it down, step by step, naturally. First, この市場に means into this market. kono is this, and shijo means market. Ni marks the direction or target of an action, so literally, into this market. Then we have chikaku, which means soon, or in the near future. It gives a sense that the company is planning to act relatively soon. Next is sannyu shou ja ne ka. This is a really interesting and expressive phrase. Sannyu suru means to enter or join, usually used in business contexts, like entering a new market. The shou part means let's do, and ja ne ka adds a casual motivational tone, like saying, come on, let's do it, or let's give it a try, shall we? So together, it feels like, let's enter this market, shall we? Then we have toyu, which works like quotation marks in Japanese. It connects the idea, meaning that says, or which is called. And finally, keikaku ga gozaimasu. Keikaku means plan, and ga gozaimasu is the very polite way to say there is, or we have. It's the formal equivalent of arimasu. So when we put it all together, the company is saying, we have a plan that says, let's enter this market soon. Putting it all together naturally, women's golf has been growing rapidly in Japan recently. Because of this, our company, Rockets, is also planning to enter this market in the near future. Okay then, let's read the sentence once more. 女性ゴルフはこれがですね、日本では最近とても増えていると、そういう状況がございます。ですから、我がロケツでもですね、この市場に近く参入しようじゃねえかという計画がございます。Alright, now that we've broken it down, let's watch the sentence again and see how much more you understand.
女性ゴルフはこれがですね、日本では最近、とても増えていると、そういう状況がございます。ですから我がロケッツでもですね、この市場に近く参入をしようじゃねえかという計画がございます。
That's all for today's lesson. Great work, and see you in the next one.